Hey guys, welcome back to the Prehistoric Life Podcast channel and welcome back to Jurassic Legacy. I'm here with Jak O'Hara,
The boy himself. He is
the one
returned.
and only. And today, actually same day for me, I guess different day for you now, but
I'm living in the future. I'm one day closer.
something major has happened. The Jurassic World Rebirth trailer has dropped. The official trailer has dropped.
Interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, what?
I'm so excited for this, man.
Now, see, there will forever now, Eric, for me, be a time that was before Rebirth and after Rebirth, and now I'm living in the after Rebirth, which sounds very odd to say out loud because it sounds very odd. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, we've got, you call it now. I'm living in the afterbirth time.
I've talked with friends around campus and people that I know. This will either make or break the Jurassic franchise.
It seems that way. It does seem that way. People have seemed not entirely as divided as I thought they would be. I've seen a surprising amount of like excitement over this one, like genuine excitement. Even
absolutely.
Even for some of those people who like they flat out destroyed Dominion. They cannot stand the last film. They were like, "Oh, this actually looks like promising. This actually looks interesting. What they're doing."
So,
and I'm like, "All right,
let's just, you know what? For those of you who haven't seen it, it is posted on my channel, so you can go check it out. But we're also going to watch it here.
Oh, he's a legend, everybody. He's breaking copyright rules. Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, screw copyright.
Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora Bennett.
Interesting.
I'm a mission specialist.
Sorry, what mission?
This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives. It comes from the largest dinosaurs on the planet.
Oh my God.
Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place. Can you be ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less?
He's your guy?
We're the best at moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
Move up towards Barbados, avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore.
Why's that?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
We need DNA from the 3 biggest dinosaurs. Do we have to get a sample from an egg? I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
Maybe we should make it quick.
These dinosaurs were too dangerous for the original park. Please don't say they're raptors. They're raptors. The worst of the worst. We're left here.
Come on! Duncan!
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong.
That's it.
Survival is a long shot.
What the hell are those?
They're helping the mosasaur defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
Good Lord.
July.
Good Lord, I have questions. So many questions. Sheesh. All right.
Oh, dude.
How do we look? Okay, here's the thing. I think to make the most amount of sense of this, we need to kind of go through it like nearly frame by frame. So if you could bring it up without having to play it again like loud or whatever, like
just basic start.
Yeah, all right. So starting with the
the
very first frame here, right? I've seen something interesting, and I want to bring it to your attention here, Eric, as soon as we bring it up again. But no, as far as general thoughts go, I'm hyped, right? See, here's the thing, I'm very hyped, but I'm also very confused as a lore buffet myself, right? I'm very confused on a number of things, and I really do hope it is explained a little clearer when the film comes out, because obviously this is a teaser, they can't show everything.
Absolutely.
But I do have my
in and out.
Yeah, so I do have a bit of my reserves here, but the first thing I want to talk about is that this very first shot, what is it here? The very first shot with the skeleton, right? Oh, gonna pause that for a sec.
All right, so it's first trailer scene.
Right, so you know what? So what I was going to be brought to my attention, blah. Still have to edit this bit out too. What I was going to say though is that regarding this opening scene here, Eric, man, so something was very interesting was brought to my attention about this, right? So as you say, so what do you get from this shot? Just out of pure curiosity.
It looks like the original visitor center from
right, like an homage, right?
Yeah.
Right. So here's what I came into this movie seeing after seeing these photos no more than maybe 24 hours ago, or 48 now, I guess. So when I first saw this, the first thing I thought was, I was like, oh, Henry Loomis, he might be really interested. He might be like sort of preserving how the dinosaurs in the real world kind of came to be and like the origins of Jurassic Park. Like he's trying to preserve that in a museum.
Kind of museum.
But unfortunately, if you look at it, the banister is actually coming down. It's actually coming down and they're wheeling stuff out the front of the museum there. So they're actually disassembling this structured skeleton here and taking down dinosaur structures all around the museum because unfortunately it seems as if they're still running with the theme. Yeah, it seems as if they're still running with the theme that nobody finds paleontology and dinosaurs interesting anymore because they're everywhere now, which does make sense to a degree, but there was also a secondary thing. Oh, of course.
It could also just be like a traveling exhibit. I mean,
it could be that too. But the other thing, that's fair actually. That's another fair point I didn't consider. But here's something I bet you didn't consider, right? So I've seen this on Twitter, right? And I was surprisingly more down with this train of thought, bro, than I had originally anticipated. So obviously, do you notice anything interesting about the skeleton there?
It appears to just be the T-Rex, and the skull's down on the side there.
So do you notice the particular posing of it by any chance?
It looks kind of like how Rexy was
in the first movie, right?
Yeah.
So what I have seen people hypothesize, since this takes place 5 years after the last time we've seen her in Dominion, that this skeleton could indeed be the original T-Rex, now deceased and preserved. And the reason for that being is because not only has Rexy lived a long time life period, like the longest lifespan of any living dinosaur so far, but because she's also was left up in the Dolomites up there in Italy, the plot synopsis for this film has specifically said that any dinosaurs that are not near the equator have now died out, that the world is not adapted to them anymore. And I had a conversation with somebody last night saying, well, I don't think that they would go into Biosyn Valley and find the T-Rex and take its body back or anything. And to that, I counted and said that in the lore, specifically in 1994, 1 year after the original fall of the park, InGen scientist Anne Henry Wu did in fact go back to Nublar while there were still living species there to do what they call the cleanup, and they took stock. So why would Biosyn remaining people of Biosyn not go back inside of their own like more modern valley and take stock of what was left there? But unfortunately they find out that most of everything in there is now dead, and that being that this skeleton here could in fact be the original Tyrannosaurus from 1993, the original Jurassic Park. And I honestly, at first I was like, nah, surely not. But the more I thought about
crazier if it was the original T-Rex skeleton that Rexy broke.
Well, I saw someone else did say that. They're like, what if it's the original skeleton? And I was like, I mean, I don't know about that one. But the other reason why I think that it would be important to make this be the skeleton of the original Rex is because later on in the film, as we've seen, there is another one that no one has ever seen before on this extra island.
Yeah, there's that like smaller one.
Well, funny enough, like that other one, well, apparently people say it's actually more thicker and bulkier than Rexy ever was back in 1993. So wherever it is, it's been eaten well. But the thing is, like, the idea could be that, like, that the T-Rex species is now extinct all around the world. Like, there's none left. So when they find this extra one on the island,
the 3 T-Rex we see at the end of Dominion is kind of it.
Yeah, pretty well. And of course, we got Big Edie out there, Little Edie, etc. and so forth.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened to them. But on top of that, I think it would just lend more credibility to the film to have it be that this is the original Rex skeleton. The Rex species is now extinct everywhere, but then they find this last remaining one on this other island where they're going to. And it's an extra surprise to us, the audience, because we're not supposed to have known that this thing was out there still. Like, we thought they were all gone. And then here's one just sitting on the bank of a river.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fascinating.
It seems to be there's. We'll get into that later. We can talk into that.
Yeah, later on.
All right. Well, shall we move on to the next scene?
We shall.
That's
yes.
Our star.
Yes. I saw somebody nickname this island Isla Zorna.
Isla Zorna. I like
and
that.
I was like, that's clever. I like that. That was so very
we
funny.
See some kind of. This is definitely not a theropod in the background.
I'd say it's a sauropod. I'm not even a paleontologist guy, but I'm looking.
I would say sauropod. I would say hadrosaur since it seems more toey than.
Yeah, I really, bro. I don't know why. I really want all these skeletons here to be skeletons of famous dinosaurs from the other things.
That would be cool.
Because the thing is, though, if you remember, bro, if you see in the back that could be like the Brachiosaurus skeleton from like the park or whatever. We know that one got melted, obviously, but they could find another one. And dude, there's a raptor in the background as well in the next shot. And dude, that could just be blue, bro. That could be blue. Then you could have it that the tourist attraction of this museum is like, come see the last recently living remnants of the dinosaurs. And it's like, it's blue, the Velociraptor in skeletal form, and it's the Rex, and it's the Brachiosaur. It could be so interesting, bro.
I saw something where it's promotional material where, of course, we had that leaked photo a while back where it was the Parasaurolophus that got horribly mauled.
Yes, the Biosyn one.
Yes, but I also saw something where they were talking about like a museum where crates and Baryonyx was listed, Triceratops was listed, Velociraptor was listed, all kinds of
famous
things.
Ones from previous films, bro. I don't see any new ones in there, so it could just be like a little homage to what was once there and what now remains, and there's almost nothing left. But the thing is, I find it interesting for that Parasaurolophus because I feel like they're going to use it in the film. Like, they're just going to find it washed up on a beach. They're going to do like the same sort of thing that they did with like the 1997 movie, where like they dig up like a Parasaurolophus corpse off the coast of a West Chinese fishing boat. And the reason they're going to do that is to show first and foremost how these animals are no longer adapting to the world around them now. Like, they're dying off, and they're going to use that as a visual example. That's why it's because it's all like molded and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I got for the start here.
Yeah.
Big Pharma
background.
Oh, for sure.
That that might have been a Triceratops in that last scene. Then this could be like the head. Who knows?
Now, I'm not gonna lie with you, bro. Henry Loomis, for me, for some reason, I don't know why. I think it's because he reminds me of Levine so much in the novel. I don't know why, but I'm really looking forward to seeing him the most in all of these films. Like, Scarlett Johansson's cool. I love to see her do some action stuff in this movie, but weirdly, I'm actually here for Loomis because I want to see him. He's supposed to be like a fish out of water. And of course, that makes him more relatable to a general audience. But like, I'm just interested, bro, to see how he handles things in the film, because he even seems a little bit pretentious later on when he's talking and explaining about the Quetzalcoatlus to the dude. Yeah. And I'm like, that's some Richard Levine shit, bro. That's absolutely like it just feels like they got him.
What is this back here?
I have to be led to assume that is a skeleton.
Well, yeah, but probably. I'm assuming that the skeletons in this first scene aren't going to be.
Actually, if you look in the background there, that's the Rex skeleton there because it's got the same 3 crew members there in the back that were just disassembling the Rex skull. You watch this fella's gonna. I reckon this farmer fella's gonna show up and be like, "Hey, we'll give you money to keep this museum open." That's gonna be his whole thing. That's great. Oh, also, it has actually been revealed just in the last 12 hours or so that apparently, according to Variety, that Henry Loomis actually does have some kind of relation previously to Dr. Grant. Like, he has met him and he has talked to him. And everybody, as you know, bro, they're theorizing, what if he was the child that was traumatized by Grant back in the 90s? Like, with the raptor, catch him open.
What if he was Ellie's child that Grant saw?
No, Charlie.
I think that might be stretching it, but
no, that's definitely stretching it. No, well, people theorized that he was that little boy. It's like that thing looks like a 6-foot turkey, and then like, of course Grant scared him on the right path.
I remember
But
when everybody was saying that about Owen.
That Owen, yeah. I mean, it makes more sense for it to be Owen than like this dude, because this dude, if they've worked out the ages, if he was 15 back in 1993, he'd be 47 now. So yeah, not super likely for that to be the case.
Yeah,
I just think he just studied.
Young.
No, exactly. I think he just studied under him, perhaps, or something at some point in one of his digs. Perhaps that's probably all it is. But yeah, he has some kind of. Yeah, he just probably has some kind of like history with Grant. That's all.
And I do like that we're stepping away from the main cast.
Oh, many people are. Many people are. It seems. I still want to see Goldblum in this by the end of the third movie.
I'd love a
I want to see it just hear him. I'd take just cameo Goldblum, but yeah.
Yeah. So of course we got
and then into the long grass. The long
never
grass.
want to walk through the tall grass.
Nah, never in these films. I love the fog in the background though. I don't know, bro. Something about the environment in this one. I'm so excited for it.
It seems like they're. I know Dan made a post about which was better, 65 or Dominion.
I'm like, how
this
dare
one?
you?
This one kind of seems like they're going down the 65 vibe.
Oh god, that's both a compliment and a disgrace in itself. So I wouldn't dare compare it to that. I just say that what I think they're doing, bro. So everybody was saying about the film. Well, see,
roughly, very rough. They're not time traveling, but like
for me, for what it is for me, right, is that like everyone's saying that like they're trying to recapture the magic of the first one, which is an impossible task. You cannot recapture the magic of the first one. What I reckon they've done here is that they've really based this one off of the Lost World. I reckon like they're basing it off of like they go to an island. It's got long grass. It's like we got to go there wherever there's no fences this time, you know. And I think it definitely lends to that movie more. Well, yeah, we shall see a little bit. But yeah, it just looks so good, man. It looks so good. I can't get over how good it looks.
We got the tall grass.
Oh, of course.
We got okay. This is such an arbitrary thing,
right?
But I love the tail.
You love the tail.
I love the like
sleek whipness of it.
Like the tail is. I know that's like such a random arbitrary thing, but like the famous thing about sauropods is that their tails are they're like a danger weapon. You don't want to get on the back end of a sauropod.
Bro, it'll cut you in half, bro. It'll whip you in half, man. Like it'll disembobulate you, bro. It's a powerful bloody crack and whip thing, bro. So it's really sick.
And as we'll learn, these aren't sauropods.
Well, look at that. Gorgeous. Now, all right. These are definitely going to be my new favorite species in this film, I reckon, because for some reason, as soon as I saw the leaked concept arts for it, I was like, yes, I am all in here for these weird, like, sail-finned creatures.
They're so beautiful.
Because, like, no, they're gorgeous, bro. They're genuinely gorgeous. They're some of the nicest looking sauropods I've seen since, since the original Brachiosaurus.
Just look at those beautiful titanosaurs right there. Because I've heard that they're titanosaurs, that they're stepping away from just using Brachiosaurus or Apatosaurus or Diplodocus.
Which I love, because I'm like, not only is it different, but again, I love the design of America, man. Because like for me, it's like everyone's like, oh, I want it always to be accurate, dude. Like, no, this is so stylized. It's so different. It looks like a different sauropod from everything we've ever seen come before it. And I love it, bro. It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Anytime they step away from the like famous 6 dinosaurs, Triceratops, T-Rex, Velociraptor, Brachiosaurus,
Dilophosaurus.
And Dilophosaurus is still usable, but yeah, I can't think of like a 6th one to match in that.
Probably Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus.
Yeah, Spinosaurus has been. We're all begging for it, so.
Yeah, and you got your wish here, people. Oh,
but
God.
Anytime they step away and use something other than those, it's like a new majesty to it. And I love it. Like I want to see more of that. Like don't use Velociraptor, use Dakotaraptor. I know Dakotaraptor doesn't exist.
Use freaking Deinonychus, bro. Give me Deinonychus, man. Like that. Give me the weird fin-sailed boys. You know, I mean, these fin-sailed boys here look bloody
give me
gorgeous.
something like other than the just basic generic 6.
Than the big 6, yeah, give us something different. And they certainly seem like as if they have, in a way, as well. But no, I'm definitely definitely those Titanosaurs are going to be my new favorite,
Absolutely.
most anticipated species of this like series here, because like they just look so different, man, and I just love them.
Just something other than the just basic Brachiosaur.
And again, look how long that tail is. I was not expecting it at all. It's long. Like, it's huge.
That's what they're like, though. That's what their tails are like. That's the crazy part. Like,
shit.
And I love that. I love, like, okay, I get that Jurassic Park doesn't always have the most scientifically accurate dinosaurs or yada yada yada, but
yeah, I don't care. I don't care at all.
I'm like, at least introduce a new species. You might as well go with what you know.
Make it look unique and different. Make sure that a kid can identify it differently from a Velociraptor, from a Nitroceraptor, and they can do that because they make them look different enough.
Yeah, but like, look at that. It's. I wouldn't mind. Although I don't think those are like puppets or anything. Those are probably CGI.
Oh, that's 100% CG, bro. But the thing is, the scale of these things, Eric, man, I have not seen sauropods on this scale probably ever.
They're not sauropods anymore. That's the crazy. It's titanosaurs, which means they're ginormous. They have evolved beyond sauropods. They got larger. And if they're talking about it being the largest species
on Earth, by the way, these have to be on Earth. This is the largest land species ever on Earth, apparently.
I would put money on that they're talking about the obvious choice for that, which is Argentinosaurus.
Interesting.
Which is within the Titanosaurs, which is... I'm just excited to see. I really hope they show more of it than just like 1 or 2 scenes, really.
Well, true, but like, then how do you bring it back later on? Especially not in a valley like this.
Is you have honestly, one thing that I would love to see is Titanosaurs being, not even that, just sauropods being like vicious.
Well, what I genuinely think is actually, I love that you brought that up, because you know what I genuinely think is going to happen here? So these things are going to be so big, obviously, they're going to eclipse our little people. They're going to run up to it and stab it with a little DNA spike. And I reckon those bloody tails are actually going to come into play, bro. Because you know what I think they're going to do?
I really hope it is.
They're going to whip at the ground, and they're going to cut like a fresh cut of like grass out there, bro. They're going to it's going to slice it all perfectly like a butter knife. And obviously our people are going to get away because they're going to go flat to the ground. But I swear it's going to cut down half of that tall grass in a single swing. And it's going to be so cool looking, dude. It's going to be so cool.
I'm using this because I spent time on this. Everybody go check out the videos I made on these.
His passion project, ladies and gents.
I've recently added pterosaurs, and we'll touch on that. But like Titanosaurus, it's beyond sauropods at this point. And if they really are talking about the largest, we'd zoom in onto this section, which is Lognocosaurus. And like you can see the longer tail there. You can see the longer tail there. Argentinosaurus's tail. Look at that. Like, these are the largest specimens that we have of anything that has walked the planet. Like, if they're not calling into like favor that, they're kind of missing they're missing a shot there. I'm gonna say they're missing some easy pay there.
And so, and then in the following shot here we got coming up, we have the of course we have God, that just looks so good. Yeah, we got the new Quetzalcoatl. So we've got I'll touch on it again in a little bit later on, but so far, what do you reckon of this new thing's design, the new Quetzal's design here, Eric?
I am personally impartial to it.
Really?
I think both versions look pretty cool.
Oh, for sure. And you know why? And you know why people are saying this? Because like the one we've seen in Dominion, that's supposed to be like a male version, obviously, because of the crest on its head.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Female because it has the nest and stuff. But that it brings up so many questions. Oh God, I'm going to save it for a little bit later on.
So my own headcanon,
right,
is of course within. So I guess they were both made by InGen.
Yeah, so there's so many little things now we got to talk about, but I'll let you go first.
Like, of course, they say they were both like made by InGen or whatever, so they should look the same. But within that, there's also 2 species of Quetzalcoatlus. And one of them actually kind of does have the beak, it looks like.
Sharp
and
beak.
the other one, they both have like head crests like that. But within my own head canon, it's like, oh, it's just the 2 species. That would be like...
It could be. And honestly, honestly, weirdly, I think that does actually make more sense than what I was thinking in my head myself. So well done, I reckon.
Thing, we don't talk about that. We don't. That doesn't exist. We don't acknowledge that.
Well, there we go. Rub it off the board.
But either 2 different species or just gender. What is that? Like gender not
sexual dimorphism,
whatever, or dimorphism. Yeah. Which is also just a cool idea to have, and I would love to see more of that. But we have this unnamed pterosaur, Quetzalcoatlus.
Right.
We got more crazy. Yeah, all right. It was a sauropod.
You watch somehow. I reckon that'll have to be like the Brachiosaurus. That looks. It's weird that I have to say this now because that looks too small to be a Titanosaur skeleton, bro.
That's definitely too small to be a Titanosaur. That's definitely a sauropod. But I wouldn't. And then look at that Velociraptor in the background.
There's a raptor in the background. I'm like, oh, there's Blue, everybody.
Beta.
Oh god, I reckon it'd have to be Blue because, bro, if Blue's up there in the bloody snow, bro, there ain't no way she's still kicking around unless she's like directly living with Owen now, which I don't think she is.
You got all these boxes in the background. I'd love to know what's in them, or go back and try and find whatever promotional material that was like, oh, it's all these are what all the boxes say. This one's baryonyx, this one's triceratops, and yada yada yada.
Oh, for sure. Crates and crates stacked on crates.
Crates. You got that triceratops, and it's kind of in a cage too.
Yeah, well, they're packing it up. They're getting ready to put it back into storage, bro, because they're not keeping it up. It's sad, but it's what's happening to the modern world, bro. When you got real dinosaurs running around.
Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Change the font. It even kind of looks like the logo in the background with the colors.
Yeah, they made it green and stuff like that, bro. The Universal changed that.
Love you, Universal, man. Y'all are great.
Except when you copyright the videos.
yeah. We don't like that.
We don't like that part.
All right. Now this is where we really get into it.
Thailand, baby.
You think this is Thailand?
Apparently that's where they filmed it, so I only can believe, but led to assume that that's where it is.
Just because they filmed it there, it doesn't mean it's.
That is true. Because
they are going somewhere past Barbados, so this isn't even the
Barbados.
What is it? Isla, not Muerta. The 5 deaths. This isn't even
right. It's not even near there, right?
This is just somewhere it's just. So she flies in. It seems like this is not. Yeah. We have this guy.
New character, Duncan Kincaid. This man.
Duncan Kincaid.
Bro, it's going to be a name that's going to be well remembered, I reckon.
Okay, why did I think that was Henry Cavill for a second?
It's because of the hairline, bro. The hair.
Like, ain't no way they have Henry Cavill for a cameo. They don't.
Imagine that.
They don't.
Superman get eaten by a dinosaur, that'd be funny as.
Honestly, would be funny. Man of Steel meets Primal Beast.
Jeez. So something that she says here is that he's one of the best at moving things, right? So, sorry, I'll let you go first.
What do you notice?
The teeth in the background there, on the right.
What are those?
Ooh, some kind of. Ooh, I don't know, actually. Are you going to tell me the Mosasaurus teeth?
Megalodon? It has been not confirmed, but this is something. So, and I have heard speculation that Megalodon might be in the movie. I doubt it. I heavily doubt it. But if we got in a cool aquatic fight.
Well, here's the thing, right? there's no way that it would be in the film, and they didn't
No.
put it in the trailer. Like that's a selling point. And also, realistically, it's far too soon after the Meg 1 and 2. Like that's still within people's
Absolutely.
minds. So there's not gonna be the megalodon tooth. But I reckon I don't know what kind
But
of tooth those
that's
too.
definitely a megalodon jaw right there, and that is something that I have
fair
seen
point.
like prop footage of, or not footage, but like pictures of
Ah,
prop
interesting.
photography of where it is like the actual whole thing, which is really cool.
So what I was gonna say on the same shot here is that when she's talking here about like he's the best at getting people or stuff in and out of places, right?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, did Duncan Kincaid here, did he work for Santos for a little while there, and now that she's gone away to prison, bro, he's out of employment, that's why they're coming to him? Is that how that could work?
Maybe. I mean, that would
Maybe.
be,
I don't see why not.
or maybe he
Wow.
took her role. Like,
Well, I reckon he's not even he's in the dino smuggling business. I think he's into like the people sort of smuggling business, like trying to give people new lives at new places and stuff like that. That's why he knows the routes and stuff. But I just thinking, man, like it would have been interesting. And the other thing is, I've seen people say that this scene here was kind of reinterpreted because since Dominion kind of crashed so hard with the fan base, apparently this was supposed to be more like lended towards what Kayla Watt's skills would have been if she was able to return for this new film. They would have gone to her to maybe fly them to this island instead.
Honestly, that would have been a cool way to link them together.
Oh, look, potentially, bro, but I'm honestly okay with that character never coming back, and I'll say it. I don't care. I'm not a fan.
Didn't really play a big enough.
Well, I just don't care, bro. Like she had too much like caricature sass for me, bro. I was just like, nah, this isn't doing it for me.
So I talked about this in my How to Improve Dominion video. Her character, you could take her out, say Owen knows how to fly a plane, and they just find a plane on a runway or something.
Well, even that, like you just rent a plane. I mean, you could just rent a plane out. Like, I mean, I get it. Yeah. It's a good way of getting to the location, but even
we could also just snuck onto like a random plane.
Yeah, you could have just snuck onto a cargo ship plane that's already heading there. So
her character was, and then for the rest of the movie, she was just kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, she's like she's there. Yeah, she was there. She's like, I will give her the one fun line though. Like, I mean, as you know, Daniel can't stand her, but for me, I give her the one fun line of like later on where she's with like the group and they're trying to turn off the defense system. It's like, for the pterodactyls and shit. Like I like that. That's funny. That's okay. Yeah, I'll give that one the one pass. Everything else, I'm like, I'm all right.
Yeah, you get one line.
Yeah, the one fun line.
You get that.
Anyway, back to the rebirths here, as we see.
All right, they got a boat. They're going to the island.
The boat, by the way, that the leaker a while back was filming as it yelled out, "Here it comes!" and it knocked it bang. And now we know what that was, obviously.
And we got they're saying they're heading towards Barbados, which is the do
me a favor. Yeah, look this place up because I've not actually looked it up in the last couple hours.
So, it doesn't help.
Yeah, they're gonna go past.
So they're in the Caribbean. They're not on the other side, which would be so.
How far away is bloody Costa Rica from there? It's
Costa
nearby,
Rica
right? Is it nearby? I feel like it's got to be nearby. I'm very geographically challenged.
This is where I get made fun of as an American.
That's
like, yeah. I figured it was in Central America. Yeah.
So where is
Costa Rica
is
like this?
Where is that?
No, it's this one.
Is it not?
This is Costa Rica.
Down there, right? All right. So it's literally
right. The 5 deaths are this way.
Yeah, so they're out that way. So this is even further away from things.
Opposite side of this.
Right. That's interesting. So again, I'm definitely holding back here because I'm gonna let loose all my thoughts shortly once we get near the end of the trailer here. But yeah, so that at least answers where that is because I've been wondering about where exactly it is. So
I'm curious if they're gonna just go to one of these. To like Venezuela or something, or if they're actually going to just make up an island like. Because I assume they have past Barbados.
Yeah, past Barbados. So I assume that they're just going to make one up. That has to be somewhere new because I mean you can't find actual Isla Nublar out there. You can't find actual Isla Sorna.
My guess is that they're on DR or Puerto Rico, they're on the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico at the start there, and they're sailing down.
Maybe Thailand in comparison. Where is Thailand in comparison?
Thailand's in Asia. They have to come all the way past the 5 deaths on boat.
Might make sense. I couldn't tell you. Oh, crikey.
Where are we? Let's just get a world map going.
Just get Google Maps, bro.
Well, it'd be easier to get Google Maps. So, well, that's kind of
well, that makes
geology.com for the win, I guess. Well, we got Taiwan right here. That means they would have to go all the way over here, past here, and then they would reach the 5 deaths, and then go past the Panama Canal. So that's why I'm thinking.
I mean, I feel like that would be a quicker way to go.
It's like Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or something.
Because they do say later on that the government doesn't
pass
protect
it. Like
anymore.
Yeah,
because they did say in the trailer
flew in from yeah.
Well, yeah, they're in the British Museum, as far as I know. So they were in Britain. When in that museum spot there, so I just went to the United States, went down to wherever else that was. I got questions.
I'm assuming like Haiti. It's clearly one of these. I would say. I don't think they're in Costa Rica. That would be cool though.
Well, if
Costa
it is,
Rica,
it would be
and
too
have the raptor girl from the.
I mean, if it was, it'd be a little bit too similar, I guess, to the other films and stuff. But like, that makes sense, right? But here's the other thing I have, right? So
the mountains is what's throwing me off. It could be on the mainland. I really don't know. They might just be in Brazil or something. I don't really know.
Nah, it's definitely going to be up past Barbados. They're in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
Yeah, they got to go out. They said they're going past Barbados. So my interpretation is that they're somewhere over. Well, it's not really. They're kind of past here, but I think it's one of these islands, and I'm sure. I really don't know if any of them have mountains. Does Puerto Rico have mountains?
I mean, I feel like everywhere has mountains.
I am being.
Everybody! I love that you can't see how he spelled that. That was amazing.
Yeah, I promise I know how to spell. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see what they were going for.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we could sit here for 6 hours and try to figure out whatever exact location. But there's no fun in that.
No.
But yeah, what is this the island they're going to, or is this Barbados? Like,
seems like it. I mean, what else could it be at this point?
It seems like what he was doing was like, all right, we're going past Barbados and we're landing here, because he kind of whoever that was put their finger down on the island, and they're going past government control, and clearly this is the island.
Yes, with a lot of pipes on it. You seen that?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah. So I'm wondering what the illness. It could also just be an old abandoned like factory island or something weird.
Well, it seems like, because as she says in this trailer, right? So apparently this island here was like the original site testing research lab, not creation lab, the research lab for the original Jurassic Park. So, all right, so I got to talk about this now. I can't hold it off any longer, right? So, okay, so it's interesting to me, right, that now all of a sudden, of course, they've written this island into existence as being another connection to Jurassic Park, right? Now, this could probably be done in one of two different ways, right? So the first one that I've had is that what if the first thing that made me click was like, well, what if they're rewriting a bit of the continuity to make this what they call Site A? Because obviously here's the thing, right? So Hammond specifically never says the words Site A in The Lost World when he's explaining Site B to Malcolm. He only says that like Island Nublar was like just a showroom, something for the tourists. It wasn't like, and he goes straight to Site B. So for all we know, in canon, in the new written words of it, like this could as well very well be Site A, like the first ever testing ground. That's what she says in the trailer. So it's like, okay, well, if this is Site A, right? Like, not only was it not ever discussed before in like the board meetings and stuff in InGen, or was it discussed on InGen's list later on? It's just, for me, it kind of comes out of nowhere a little bit. And the other problem that I have is something we'll see. a little bit later saying where this place is. It could just be Site A, somewhere else, completely undisclosed somewhere else. Or it could just have another name, but that for the moment is what I'm calling it because we've never seen Site A. Originally, I thought it was Site C, but then I remembered that we played the video games and they call I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Isla Muerta, Site C, and I'm like, well, and it's none of the archipelagos. It's none of the
no.
We're past.
We're not in the 5 deaths. They went the opposite. So
yeah,
that's something I found really interesting that they didn't return and use Isla Pena or Isla Muerta.
Matancero, Muerta, or Tacaño. Yeah, they didn't use any of those.
And then it's Nublar and Sorna. Of course, you don't want to go back to Sorna and Nublar because then you got to actually acknowledge.
Well, for me, I think Sorna would have made perfect sense, right? Because like remember, I've showed you the map before. There's a whole southeast part of the island that was geologically cut off that we've never used before. So it makes sense as to why it could have been there. But hey, they want to go somewhere else. I'm not going to say no with all this new long grass and stuff. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
But yeah, let's. Of course, you have the collapse.
I saw people say this is very, 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 very the first Godzilla movie here because it's like the same place where they first find the carcass of Godzilla, another Gareth Edwards film. Like it's in like a mine shaft like that. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he runs across and
But I'm honestly, I'm loving the old
It looks good.
Oh, it looks so good. I love it.
These two. They said that. Okay, I do like that parallel where he's like, no one's dumb enough to go where we're going. But in the Lost World, you had the I guess, did we ever get a name for the random boat driver?
Carlo. Oh no, is it Carlos? No, hang on. What's his name? I can't remember his name now off the top of my head. You've caught me off guard. I love it.
Yeah, but it's whatever. And he's like, "Oh, we're not going."
Oh wait, no, hang on. He does have a name. Hold on. He does have a name. God damn it! Damn it! I would have failed Jurassic Park trivia. I did this question literally a couple of weeks ago.
Please
I'm
Google.
pretty sure it's Rike. No, Rike's who the woman's looking for. Oh no, it is Enrique. Oh no, that's the Jurassic Park 3.
No, yeah.
Geno Salvo. Oh, there you go. How the hell was I ever supposed to get that one?
I don't remember that, but all right.
No.
It's the name of the barge captain in the Lost World Jurassic Park 19. Sure.
Congratulations.
Sure, I would have never guessed that.
Nope. Yeah, I knew Enrique from somewhere, but no.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep the trailer rolling. Let's see the rest of it.
Yeah. And this, of course, they have. I can't really make out what this is.
That's the old DNA gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old stabby stab.
Yeah, they're putting it together. They're sailing to the island. So yeah, this is just some new made-up Skull Island they have.
Yes, I have seen people call this the new Jurassic Park Skull Island, and I'm like, all right.
This is just Nublar 2. Like,
Nublar was the showroom, something for the tourists, bro.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be Sorna 2.
Yeah, it's the new Sorna. It's Isla Zorna.
You're going to the island. Yeah,
so all right, so right here, starting here, right? So,
yes.
Okay, I've got to get this out of the way as well, right?
I don't know what these are in here. They look like eggs.
That just looks like just old, like rotten, like DNA pulp, bro. That looks like nothing in the bottom. Maybe. It just looks like shavings of yuckiness in the bottom. But so here's my thing, right? Now, this is my only one big gripe with this being like the island that was the research facility for the first park, right? Not only does it look like obviously more utilized and new than anything they had in the 90s where they were working with, but Eric, man, if this island was not InGen's secret research facility, but Biosyn's secret research facility in the 90s, that would make so much more sense. We've never heard of it. We've never seen it. Even those tanks there, bro. Do you remember the color aesthetic of the lab in Bloody Dominion?
Yeah, it was
of the Biosyn headquarters. It was orange and white, and we see orange and white here with like the super futuristic looking, like, tanks and stuff, bro. And it makes sense to me more that this would be Dodson's little dirty secret, bro, that he was experimenting with stolen DNA. It makes so much more sense to be Biosyn's extra lab. We just had Biosyn. This movie could have been like, oh, hey, we have, and again, Eric, it lends itself to the fact that it's like, hey, that's what
When did Biosyn like appear? Was it that, or was it early enough for it to actually did they appear early enough to actually have this?
Well, the beautiful thing is, man, like that's what's so interesting about us only hearing of Biosyn in the first film and then seeing them in the sixth one. Like, dude, there's like 20, 30 years of time. They didn't even have to make this lab. They didn't even have to make this lab, honestly, until like The Lost World. Like, they didn't even have to start production on this place because it's secret stolen DNA. That's all they needed to get. And they could have had it, right? That like, even you see it in the species that we find as well, bro. Here's the thing, right? So we get us. Sorry, I'll let you go.
It also kind of ruins the whole Sorna thing. If this because that was Wu's kind of playground where he was like, these are not species that are sanctioned.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
And release them onto this island. So whenever the park opens, we get them all greenlit.
We got it ready to go. It's ready to go. Yeah. And here's the other thing with that, right? So we've seen the destroyed like labs on Sorna, right? And they look more accurate to what they would be. Not only do these look so new and stuff like that, but the other thing that makes this feel more Biosyn to me than bloody than InGen is because they end up sorry, I'm just looking at the images too. Yeah, like you see those there. Like those make sense to me. Like that looks so much more accurate.
This is the InGen lab, like
right.
They kind of already have that going. Like,
well, but that's the other thing, right? So this was apparently the breeding lab, right, where they created the dinosaurs, like and for the park. Whereas this other place is a research facility. Like why do they have to be mutually exclusive? I'm a little confused on that. Like why? Yeah, why does it have to be that they couldn't just do all the experiments on Sorna there?
Why not one of the other 5 islands he already owns? Like,
yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, I don't know if Hammond ever owned like all of them. I just knew he owned those 2, as far as I knew. But the other thing is, you think they'd sell them to him in a bulk deal? Though they'd be like, hey, you buy all these islands, actually.
Probably.
But here's the thing, right? The other thing is, I was going to say, is that it fits Biosyn's description so much more for this new secret island, away from the 5 deaths, because even in the species we see there, Eric, man, like it makes more sense to have like the Titanosaur. Think of like Jurassic World Evolution 2, the DLC, right? Dodson's entire philosophy in that DLC was that we want to leave InGen in our dust. We want to do everything better than them and bigger than them. And if you look at the Titanosaur, it's literally the biggest species you could possibly attain in that genre, or genre, whatever it's called. Then you got a T-Rex that's like, it's like there as well, sure. But then you get the Spinos, right? I know we're going to get to them in a minute, but they're scientifically accurate Spinosaurs. Now that raises 2 big questions now, right? The first one being, if they had these scientifically accurate Spinosaurs back in the day, like why did they need to make the other one on Site B here, right? And as the amalgam
testing. What happened to the DNA that they went from?
Well, weirdly, it explains to me finally, how they had the DNA for the Spino in the first place. It explains that clearly now. But the other thing is, like, then if you had accurate DNA, why make an amalgam testing to smush a bunch of other dinosaurs together?
Yeah,
like I'm a little more confused on that. And then on top of that, like if these ones have lived on this island for this entire bit of time, I get that they're territorial, but if they're able to swim away as we've seen before, why have we never seen them swim anywhere else before? Like I'm confused. And then on top of that, the Mosasaurus, we'll get to the Mosasaurus.
The Mosasaurus is chilling. Well,
yeah, he's just chilling offshore.
We'll talk more about the Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus when we get there.
Sure, of course. But it's just, for me, bro, like if this was Biosyn's like secret facility, it just would make so much more sense to me. And we've just had Biosyn. This movie could have been about like cleaning up like the remnants of Biosyn and the experiments they were doing there. And like that makes sense to me. Like they were experimenting with DNA. They were trying to make the dinosaurs better than what InGen could have done. And I was really in for that. So
hey, just remember, it's canon that raptors know what formaldehyde is.
Oh, for sure. I mean, damn, that's Raptor Course 101. Forget eating, bro. We need to learn about the differences of formaldehyde species towards.
Yeah, we need to learn about how to preserve our flesh in case we.
Yeah, we got to preserve our flesh within the. I can't with you. All right, keep it on trailer rolling, bro. We got to keep looking at this. But yeah, no. And again, it looks interesting enough.
This is definitely InGen logo. That's the famous.
Oh,
blue
you can see it there because it's you can see it's falling off the wood there.
I don't know what this
research laboratory, yeah.
Yeah,
research division or whatever it is. But now, so also
there's our Velociraptor.
Bro, have you?
This
bro,
looks okay. For
have you seen it?
down,
have you seen it though?
Very sleek and clean.
Right. It's very sleek and clean. But do me a favor, bro. Do you notice something here and then later on in the trailer?
What?
So you remember later on in the trailer where we see the claws and they say the raptor, but they don't show it?
Yes.
Do you know why that is? Do you see that? Do you see the reason?
Because it's not a Velociraptor.
Bro, look closer.
Does it not have a claw?
Look at its neck.
Oh, whoa! What is that thing?
That, my boy, from what people have theorized, is a second head. It is a Siamese twin Velociraptor, two-headed Velociraptor, bro.
That's kind of horrifying.
It is. That's why it's there, bro. Look at it, bro. It's a second head that they were growing one day, bro. So they're making two Velociraptors for the price of one, bro.
No.
You're looking at it now. You're thinking about it. Yeah, you're like, oh, no.
No,
that's why they didn't show it later on, bro, because it's going to come around the corner. It's going to have two heads, bro. It's going to look freaky as.
It's too sleek to be abandoned. This looks like clean.
It looks so polished. That's
what I mean.
That's what I mean, bro. Like, I mean, this is surely a flashback. This is surely like
concrete in the background. Looks
exactly
fine.
Right. What I was thinking. I looked at it this morning. I thought that's too new, right? And the reason for is
this
I reckon what this is. Well, the thing is, flashback. I reckon what they're going to do is they're going to walk through the lab. They're going to find like a computer that's still functional and tap a recording, and it's going to be like a log recording, and then we're going to watch that log recording back in the 90s, apparently. But no, that's what that is, bro. That's a raptor with two heads, bro.
That's horrifying.
Oh, bro, imagine that. One head was bad enough. But yeah, and of course it's going to be the same because like later on when we see the D-Rex in the cage thing in there in that orange like room or whatever, like that's clearly new. That's not like old stuff, bro. So they're going to explain like how it all kind of happened and how they had to abandon the place.
One thing I've heard is that they're going to make the Raptors look more like the JP3 Raptors.
Potentially.
I am not even going to hate.
No, of course. Some of the most beloved Raptors, bro.
They're my personal. Wow, I am.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
I'm struggling with that. I love.
Oh, everybody do. They've really come around on them.
They look amazing. I think they are the best.
But Eric, they're not scientifically accurate. They didn't have proto-quill feathers, bro. They're not accurate.
Dr. Alan Grant was digging up velociraptors in Montana, and they don't live in Montana.
He literally says in the film, it's like what Hammond did was create genetically engineered theme park monsters, nothing more, nothing less. He says the line that it explains them in the film.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm cool with it. I don't care. But hey, by the way, you want to talk about genetically engineered theme park monsters, bro? That's what that is in front of you right there, bro.
Yeah, no. That's an accidental scientific cloning. We'll get to what we're talking about in a bit.
That's a tax write-off, is it?
Yeah, look at that embryo. That thing looks like a face hugger.
Yes. Oh, it does. Little xenomorph, little baby.
Good officers. We'll talk about xenomorphs too.
I'm sure we will.
Loading the gun, back in the tall grass. I'm assuming they're looking up at the Titanosaur.
Oh, of course. I mean, what else would you be looking at that high? Oh, well, maybe it could be the cliff or whatever like that, but I think it's definitely the Titanosaur.
Well, they're in the tall grass. They've already kind of established that. I'm betting that this is the same Titanosaur scene, fog in the background.
I dead ass think, bro, honestly, that this is the first time we're going to see sauropods actually like swing their tails and strike back. I swear it's going to happen.
Dominion set, and I was talking to someone on my campus. They said Dominion did one thing right. He hates Dominion. I disagree with him on hating all of it.
Oh,
he said that they made Therizinosaurus right. They made it like a herbivore that's scary.
Oh, they did. They certainly did, bro. Like it was like it's territorial. That's all they need to do.
I'm hoping that they do that with Titanosaurs. That these dinosaurs have been. Because the whole thing with the Apatosaurs and the Indominus Rex was that the Apatosaurs had never faced threat before, so they were docile. So,
that makes sense.
they got attacked by a large theropod, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know what to do. We've never."
Yeah. Oh
faced
no,
this."
what do I do?
But on this island, it seems like everything's running loose and free. Maybe the Titanosaurs have kind of reverted back to their like very primal, primitive instinct, and they just start killing things. Like, I would love to see like a dinosaur battle, and it's a sauropod, and you're like, "Oh, it's just going to be taken down by whatever," and it just stomps whatever to death.
Because remember, bro, even in the first book, bro, like Jerry Harding, I believe it is, says to Ellie, he's like, these sauropods, they're talking about apatosauruses. Like these apatosauruses can break a T-Rex's neck with one swing of their tail, and they know it. Like we need that. We need that brought back, bro.
Honestly, I'm kind of like, I'm curious what they're gonna do with the T-Rex.
I think it is only going to be there for that one scene. I think they've learned.
No, it won't be the one
to,
scene. We know it does more.
I think it. No, I think it is. I think honestly, genuinely, I think they've learned their lesson that they can't just have the T-Rex pop up and save the day at the end of the show, or whatever, and stuff like that. Because not only is this a different Rex now, but like, yeah, it's just that like, yeah, they don't want to overuse something that has been criminally underutilized, I guess you'd say, by people for so long.
This is gonna be.
We
got the. Oh yeah, they might be looking up at the Quetzalcoatlus.
See, for me, I believe this scene comes immediately after the one with the Titanosaur when they get the DNA from the Titanosaur.
And there's 3 of them, from what it
Oh,
seems
for sure.
like. 1, 2, 3. And they're circling something, so I'm going to assume they're going to play them off like vultures, and they're going to find something dead, and then they're going to have to climb the cliff, or they're going to.
Well, I was going to say, I reckon that's just their. I just reckon that's their nest up there on the top left.
That also could be true.
So where they have to go next. I'm so excited for this film, bro.
So, here. They're going down the cliffs, very smooth cliff face.
Oh, I need to be. Because
they're on top of it. Okay, this is obviously on top of the cliff.
Ugh.
I love that snarky line. We could try to get parents, but they're a carnivore the size of they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-15. Like,
bro, tell me that's not Richard Levine.
Yes. Yes.
I love that the paleo community is like, this guy, he's our new guy. He gets it.
Bring pterosaurs into fear. Put some more fear on some flying reptiles. Honestly, I am tired of people. I'm tired of the overplayed just pterodactyl. I am so happy that they're like actually putting fear into with Quetzalcoatlus. See, sure. Like, I don't even. And there's like this temple here, so it's clearly paying homage to where Quetzalcoatlus gets its name from, which is probably gonna get this wrong, but it's Aztecs, give or take, that Mesoamerican section. It's one of their gods, and it's a giant flying reptile god, and Quetzalcoatlus is a giant flying reptile that will. And it seems like they're in some kind of temple.
Oh, dude, it's Mayan Aztec temple, bro. It looks so goddamn cool.
Which is even weirder, which makes me think that they're not on an island. But
well, they might, bro. They would be, bro. I mean,
they might be on like a peninsula or something.
Who knows? Well, again, bro. Remember Sauna in Trespasser in the old 1997 game, bro. It has Mayan ruins on it, bro. That's why I thought it was Sauna, but it's not.
That's true. But look at this. Look at the background. Look at
that. Yep.
He's getting the DNA sample, but they just straight up have the Quetzalcoatlus like statues in the background. I love it.
By the way, 2 things here. One, this shot right in front of us here. I reckon he's gonna take the DNA out of the egg, and he's gonna be like, "It's not enough DNA," and that's when the parent's gonna show up and have to take more DNA from the parent.
Oh yeah.
Second, back there in one frame behind there, on top of one of those Mayan bricks there, you can actually see like the shape and skull of like a carved out Tyrannosaurus. Right there. See it above it? Yeah, look at that. I'm like, a bit of tongue in cheek. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. This and the golden kind of hue there. And of course, you have all the inscriptions and all that.
Of course.
Oh yeah, goodness. I think he's just realized, he's like, this ain't enough.
He's like, that's not enough DNA, and I just murdered a baby. Mum's not going to be happy about that.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks so big.
Look at that beak. Look at that beak.
Sharp, hollow beak, bro. Damn.
I'm hoping that it stabs somebody. I know that's.
I think You're thinking it
I
might cut
want it
someone
to
in half
peck
like that one in
somebody.
Kong Skull Island. Peck somebody, damn. Oof.
'Cause, there's no way they're changing the beak for the. This might not be Quetzalcoatlus.
You're really holding on to Hatzegopteryx, aren't you?
I don't know, because I don't know. The head crest, not having the head crest is throwing me off.
Well, the thing is, I think you just answered the question yourself, right? Because again, this two things. One, so for you, unfortunately, Boyle, they have confirmed it as a Quetzalcoatlus in material, like merch material released alongside it. Second thing is, right, it brings up another question, right? So if Biosyn made the other one, right, and apparently if this one has always existed, did they get the DNA from this one and then make their own version, or did they where was this one? Like InGen had these things the whole time. See, what would have made more sense to me is that had this been another Biosyn creation, again, it should have been a Biosyn island, but if they had this thing created, this thing is just migrated to this island, right? And they're set up shop here. But again, the fact that this is apparently InGen and they've apparently had this place since the early 90s. And you know what this is, honestly, Eric, man? This is probably like, I was talking with Anson about this a little while ago. And all these animals here, they're probably iterations like 1.1 or 1.2, like the earliest creations of anything. So for me, I reckon it's got to be something similar to what we've seen in the novels, but not only that, but it's got to be something interestingly done. I guess how do you say it? Like it's the fact that it's the two different species, right? It's the one that Biosyn have created and one here that InGen have created, but they just happen to both find ambers and stuff. I don't know. It's complicated, but it's interesting as well.
But yeah, well, no. But yeah, I think it is just the second species. I doubt it's going to be that, and it's probably just going to be like sexual dimorphism or whatever.
Yeah, it's just going to be a female version.
Or they could just be changing the thing to ride out Dominion to so many people.
You know what I want to see? You know what I want to see, Eric, that I have not been made aware of at all so far yet? I need another viral marketing website, bro. I need something with those lore guys who write the lore and stuff that people have interviewed before, bro. I need to see, because I don't think they're just going to update the dino tracker. Or maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe.
I haven't checked it. Maybe they have.
I don't think they have. Otherwise, I would have seen like news and stuff about it so far. But when they do, I can't. You know what they'll probably end up doing? They'll probably end up deleting the other dinosaur sightings all around the world, and it'll just be these ones.
That would be cool.
For sure. Hang on, you start looking at Barbados.
Just out of curiosity, we'll look near Barbados. Whoa.
Whoa.
Cape Town, South Africa.
2025. System error? Bro, wait, what? Huh? Hang on,
Salem, Oregon.
Compsognathus, Zero, Brachiosaurus 2. What? Gallimimus, they're all dead. What? What have you found, man? Allosaurus 0?
Egypt, Allosaurus 0? No! one Allosaurus. There's one Allosaurus.
Oh my god, what have you found, bro? In Wyoming. Oh, dude, that's... Okay, I was joking. Eric, what have you done? What have you done?
I'm letting this play out. I want to...
This is different.
Whoa.
What? This is so cool. Okay, all right. And hey, man, they knew what they were doing, bro. They knew what they. Has anybody thought
the first ones to discover this? I haven't seen anything on Dino Tracker.
I haven't seen any of this. No, what?
Aggression
level. Oh my god,
bro! Baryonyx, herbivore.
Oh no.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm seeing some discrepancies here. What are we talking about?
Herbivore, yeah.
How long does...
Hey, yeah, keep letting it play. Keep letting it play. Oh, God, they really are dying out, bro. Surely not.
They're all dead. There's very few left. I'm seeing Baryonyx, though.
Malaysia, yeah, they're all gone now.
There's one Parasaurolophus in
one parrot in London left. Bro, they are truly dying out.
There's 0 pterosaurs.
Oh, my God.
I'm seeing one Pteranodon.
Bro, because you know what?
What is this? Pteranodon 2.
Bro, I want to see if anyone's found this, bro.
Pteranodon 3. We're making
Okay,
close
so there's
to my list.
still a
That's
few
awesome.
pteranodons flying around.
Well, there's definitely a few of them. There's quite a few of them. Okay, that actually makes sense. I think out of anything, they would survive the easiest.
Oh, for sure, because they can just migrate to the equator.
5.
Actually, you know what this is?
Sticky
I just realized, bro. You know what this is, actually?
What is this?
Wait, I just realized, because what's the time over there for you?
It's 11:09 p.m.
Ah, okay. Never mind. I take it back. So I know what this is now. So this isn't actually something new they've updated. This is everything not only trying to load in for you, but this is also like, okay, that's fine. This is also some of the videos that they've had to take down now, because you see there the main video there, the Washington they've taken down, Triceratops 0, because these are entry ID. So Triceratops video 2. Okay, so this isn't like there's only like 5 Nozotoceratops left in the world. No, this is like this is the other videos that just aren't loading in. Okay, bro, I got so interested there, bro. I thought I don't know what to do. Okay,
I'm still.
Dog, that's crazy.
I'm gonna let this run in the background. I'm gonna see if it finishes, and we'll check in at the end, and we'll see what's going on with.
No, okay. So no, I've definitely figured it out. So it's not that it's not loading. It's that it's not sort of loading up for you there, because there's the Perth, Australia Dimorphodon one. Yeah, and there was a second Dimorphodon in there. Okay, no.
6 Pteranodons, 2 Sticky Molluks.
I was so hyped there for a second.
So they're just going to do this forever?
I think so, because it's got to load the like 100,000 bloody little dots and stuff all around, and I think it's not loading for you. But even so, bro, that was one of the coolest things I think I'd ever seen, bro. Like some proper old Jurassic shit, bro.
Just
try to load it up again.
Maybe.
Okay, loading tracker data.
No, it's the same thing.
It's so weird.
It's the exact same.
I'm going to try it myself. Hold on. Hang on. But it's a different time.
That's the weird part. Okay, if it's the exact same for you, I think there might be something.
Okay, dino tracker. Okay, I'm loading it up. Okay, loading tracker data. No, it is actually the same as you. And it's different my time.
Huh.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? You know honestly what I think it is? I think that they're declassifying this website, like they're turning it off, because obviously Dominion's no longer the new one now. So yeah. I think that all this is literally just missing debug data. I think that's what this is. Like they're supposed to be popping up, but it's not, so it's coming up with an error report on our screens. That's so funny.
Wow. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna, that is actually, it's pretty cool though. Yeah, no, I will give it to that.
I kind of want to wait it out, but
I know you want to. I'm just started doing it. Yeah, no, we'll have to do one other video for that. All right, let's finish off talking about this trailer. So
we'll see. I'll see where it gets to by the end of this. If it doesn't,
yeah, for sure.
All right, so we got the Quetzalcoatlus right here.
Interesting.
Yeah, it attacks him. So it clearly goes into the temple. Look at that. Look at that.
Is that the big mouth of the temple?
Yeah. It is charging at this poor soul. Probably going to.
I've seen people call this one small. This is like the smallest Quetzalcoatlus they've ever seen, and I'm like, look, I can see that, but also it's like it is a female. Like it is a female, and it is just nesting. Could be an early. Could be like a first batch of eggs for it. Just to kick his ass out.
She's got to save him this summer.
Bro, it looks so good.
There's the island.
Oh, bro, it looks so good.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous to be put into the park. That's crazy. It's genuinely insane.
Here.
Yeah, bro, this thing, the reason they're not showing it, bro, I guarantee you, bro, is because it has a second head.
I've heard 2 things, actually. That Utah Raptor has been confirmed in this. Not...
I mean, unfortunately, I certainly haven't heard that.
It could go either way.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that if it was Utah Raptor, bro, once again, I guarantee they would have put it forward in promotional material. I believe that so heartily, unfortunately, that this is the 2-headed Velociraptor. That's why they're not showing it. And when they see it, they're gonna be like, and if you notice what he says they're raptors. So he means there's more than one. So I think he's talking about the 2 being the 1. So Oof.
Honestly, I'm cool with either.
Oh, bro, for sure.
I'm just cool with that. If it's two-headed raptor, I'm cool with that. If it's Utah raptor, I'm really cool with that.
Gorgeous.
They're raptors. Yep.
Yep.
Yo.
The big boy. All right, we've reached the inevitable. Got to talk about it.
Okay, before we dive into this,
right?
Your take on it.
All right, me myself, bruv. I think I trust in Gareth Edwards, right? I trust in the man who gave us the MonsterVerse to begin with. I believe that he can make this work if they're able to explain it the way I've heard it rumoredly explained, is that this is essentially what you get when you mix match DNAs that are incompatible together, right? Like they give it an actual scientific explanation, because this is like, it's not like mutant like with like radiation and stuff like that. No, it's a mutant as in like you've put the wrong DNA pieces together, and it's still, life has still found a way to, create it and have it, give it life, whereas it looks like an absolute abomination. But the thing I was surprised about with everybody else was that they were like, dude, it's huge, it's massive. I'm like, well, dude, what size did you think it was gonna be?
It is absolutely, like, this is the foot, and it's like the same size as like a person.
It's the same size as a person, so it's like, bro, this thing's gonna be enormous.
If there's like sauropod DNA in it.
I don't believe so. I do. Well, here's the thing. I don't even know what it could
size.
be.
Like,
perhaps, bro. Here's the thing. I like, if it's a hybrid, you could at least pick and choose what it would be, bro. But the Gareth Edwards fella has said that this is apparently a mix of a bloody xenomorph from Aliens, the Rancor from Star Wars, and the bloody and the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. So it is obviously part Rex. But it's so different looking. I don't know what else they could have done to put in there. Right? I don't know what they could have put in there to make it look like this. And it's just
and this is the crazy part. Not even okay. Let's see. What?
Deep growl.
All right. You got the flare.
Yes. Now we know what he was shaking his flare at this whole time. Not Duncan. See, I think we're gonna. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up liking. Nah, it's a micro frame. Little further. Yeah.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing,
bro. It's
horrifying.
It is horrifying, and in fact, it has 4 arms. It has like 2 longer ones.
It's got
and then 2 little Rex ones.
Big, like it's like quadrupedal, and then
almost quadruped gorilla arms. Yeah, and it also has like the little Rex arms underneath. I swear, bro, I think this thing's going to be part human. I think they're finally doing the dino-human hybrids that they're doing, bro. I think they're genuinely doing that because it's got like silverback gorilla or some DNA in it, bro. Like, just even
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
If done correctly.
Right.
And I feel, okay, this thing is clearly going to be some kind of focus of the thing, of the whole movie. I'm just hoping it's not the only focus and it's not the main focus.
Well, here's my thing, right?
I feel like that might kill it.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, yes, this is going to be the big bad thing they have to try to get away from in the third act, right? But if this thing, so we see in a shot later on that this thing was apparently in some kind of containment unit, right? So my question is, was it left in that containment unit, and the embalming fluids and stuff it was stored in has always kind of given it life, and now that it's out, it has to hunt? Because like, if this thing was just unleashed,
we'll talk about that. I was
gonna say, because otherwise it's like, well, if this thing has just been loose on the island, how the hell has anything survived this long with this thing on the island? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So it has to have been contained inside that like chamber thing for as long as it's possibly been in there for. Otherwise, how else do they get it? And the other thing I've seen... Oh, sorry, I'll let you go.
If anybody knows anything about the comics of the old school Jurassic Park comics...
The old JP4.
They were killed off when they did like a human dinosaur hybrid evolved mutant thing. And everybody was like, no, we're not doing this no more.
Nope, too much.
I'm afraid that this might be where they're leading that, and I'm afraid
it's pause for concern. It definitely is pause for concern.
If it killed the comics, I'm afraid it will kill the movies.
Well, that's it, and that is where I've seen a lot of people be like, "This thing is too much. Why are we doing this?" But like again, I say just give it a chance, let it see it in the movie. And regardless, it's going to be like a terrifying thing to see in the movie. It's going to give you that alien predator feeling in the movie.
Okay, that's not.
Oh god, it's even worse.
I don't want to look at that. That's not.
Mhm.
I don't even know what that is.
No, it looks more like that. See that fifth one down there at the bottom? See the one all the way on the left? The right. That's the one. That's it there.
This?
That's it there. That's the one. That's what it's supposed to be confirmed to now look like.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
It's saying, this thing will either make or break.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's got some pachycephala or pachy.
I wouldn't even call that pachycephala, bro. I don't even know what that shit is. I guarantee. I can guarantee. I think it's
or something, and it's like whenever the skull builds.
Yeah, I think deadass. What they've done is they've just put like human DNA into it, bro, and that's why it looks so abhorrent, bro. I can't see any other animal in there. I really can't.
Okay. You know what I'm seeing a little bit of? Scorpius Rex.
True, but remember, this place was abandoned before Site B was apparently even established, and this thing was like on this island, so there's no way they could have had Scorpius Rex DNA coming over there.
That's true, but Scorpius Rex was also on ice, and
yeah, but this thing was apparently in that stasis chamber thing back in the 90s before Scorpius Rex was ever even conceived of. So
this could be like the prototype. And then it's
for sure. That's what this is. It's like a proto. It's not even a proto hybrid, right? Because hybrid establishes something that was already like, what's the word? Like a working end result. This is not a working end result, bro. This thing is like this is when life should not have found a way at all.
We got something happens to Duncan. Maybe he dies.
What do you mean something happens to Duncan? You saw what just happened the frame before, bro. He's leading into the water, bro. Following the flare, bro. He's literally leading into the water. He's gonna die.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And it's gonna
Duncan's
be sad. It's gonna be sad though because Duncan, I think, is gonna be an OG. He's gonna be like a real one. He's gonna be like the Muldoon of this version of this film, bro. Like where we really love him.
I really hope they do go the Muldoon route because that would be. Muldoon is classic.
He's gonna be
and
one
for
of the
some
ones.
reason, his character is really amazing, even though he has no character development.
Oh, bro, it's not even that. It's just the fact that like he's cool in the movie, but the thing is like he's only in that one movie, and yet he's still like cosplayed and has dolls made of him and shit even to this day. And it's like, bro, he's an icon. Oh, golly.
We got its roar there, a new era.
Yes, sir.
They drive through the fence. They're walking under sewers or something. He's
fascinating. And then we get the dialogue.
Who is this?
Which is interesting. This is the mother, I believe, of the small family that they meet with the boat when their boat gets capsized as they reach the island. So remember, there's supposed to be a civilian family that has been washed up is attacked by the Mosasaurus at the same time as their boat is getting attacked. So that way they can come and rescue them. So they've obviously gotten separated now. And if you see to the the right over there, bro, that's a boat there, bro. That's a boat.
That's a weird looking boat.
Everything's weird looking on this island. This Biosyn-inspired Indian island.
Okay.
And you see over there behind it? Look, it's the T-Rex laying on its back over there. It's literally behind her there.
Right there?
Yep, that's it there, laying. That's a spinal cord right there. Yeah, that's a T-Rex thing. Yeah, then you look at the very next frame.
They have two things here that they can do.
Tell us.
That I'm praying for.
Right, because also people are saying this is the Dominion Dilophosaurus, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
I think it's the same model. I think they just.
I do think it's the same model. Well, it's just a frill. I don't even really remember what the frill looks like enough to call it that because I think it looks different.
Just reusing the puppet or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Money.
Who knows?
But there's two things that I would love to happen here. One of two. An homage. They could do an homage to Jurassic Park 3, where she's running away from the Dilophosaurus. She pulls the bush back, and it's just the T-Rex. And they do that.
That's an option.
Or they go the Nedry route. Not in the movies. The books.
Right, because so just to play on that. So obviously you've heard that there's a scene that they couldn't do in the novels. That they did in the novels that they couldn't do in the films, right?
Yes.
So two things here, two things just to bounce you off, just because I'm just that JP guy. So what's clearly happening here is that the Dilophosaurus is gonna spit. It's making its noise, it's making its noise and shaking shit, and that's gonna wake. Sorry,
This Dilophosaurus seems larger though.
Larger, you think? Interesting.
It looks larger. Is it like maybe it's just perspective?
I think it's perspective. I don't believe it's larger. I think it is just further away. But the thing I think is going to happen is one of two things. It's either going to screech and it's going to wake the T-Rex up, or it's going to spit and it's going to wake the T-Rex up, and the mum's going to dodge, and then like it's going to hit the T-Rex and that wakes the T-Rex up. The other thing that I was going to say about the novel thing that they've obviously confirmed in this trailer is that it's the river cruise ride. It's the river jungle cruise ride is the thing that they've done from the novels, because we see later on this T-Rex is like swiping at them in the river. So that's kind of like what that is from the novel that they've confirmed in this trailer. So yeah, no, we're not getting no Nedry death scene, no violent gore, gut ripping open this here, bro. Sorry, you got to take kids along to this.
Like, that's something that I feel, I know it's okay. Honestly, like, I know they can't show that. Like, I know this one's not rated R. They're not gonna make it rated R.
No, because otherwise, how do you lose that children's income of like money that the parents can take their kids to see, bro? Otherwise, then they lose billions and they can't do it.
But this would be so cool. Like, the way they describe the Nedry's death, I can't even describe it to you. Just go read the book. I don't even remember what page it is, but like, he's confronted by a large, dangerous Dilophosaurus. Dennis is first blinded, then his guts are ripped open, and finally the creature puts his jaws around his head. Nedry's body is later found by Muldoon and Gennaro.
Yeah, Gennaro was with Muldoon in the novel.
Yes, they blinded him and ripped him down the middle.
No, like, we can't have that. That's too much.
You can't have that. But like, if they are gonna make if they ever make a rated R Jurassic horror movie, this scene is demanded, because the way they describe it, where Nedry's still alive in the jaws and he like feels the warmth of his own intestines, is horrifying. And I love it for unspeakable reasons. I love it. And I know if Dan were here, he'd be hyping it up too.
Oh, that man is a courtesan of death, bro. He loves it.
I'm just saying, like, you have some very creative deaths, and I'm here for it.
No, for sure.
But as stated, yeah,
there it is. It literally just rolls over. Then it's like, hey, what's going on over here? But like, I've seen people say that they love this T-Rex design. It's probably become an instant overnight favorite. You know what? You know what it is, apparently, and I didn't really consider this as a fact. Apparently, around the lip there, it's like got a far more like iguana like indentation of like little, what are they called?
Yeah.
Around the lip there, it's more like not osteoderms is the word, but you know, it's like lippy. You know, it's different, and it looks more colorful, vibrant. And the other thing that people are saying that they love about this movie compared to the last 3 or so that we've had is that apparently, if you've noticed, the blue filter is gone. We don't have that anymore. That's what's making the difference for many people here, is the fact that it doesn't look toned down. It's all vibrant and colorful and green. It looks different, you know?
I do like that. I will admit I do like that.
Yeah, many people do, because I mean the originals, they had that like amber tint over it that they released on the DVD.
In like the jungle in the day, it shouldn't have a blue filter. It should be like this.
There you go.
But you see the teeth are more, or that I could sit here and break down how the teeth aren't.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same Rex model
from the last couple movies,
but it looks different.
Like they said, they're doing something from the books. Do you remember one of the factors about the T-Rex in the book?
The fact that it was a male, because I don't. Which one are we talking about?
The first one, the classic one with the river cruise and.
Which little fact? Actually, no. You go on. You surprised me. Tell me what I don't know.
So the T-Rex in the book wasn't the adult.
True.
It was the juvenile, which would play into real life, because a real T-Rex is too big. One person hunting down one person is not worth the energy. But for a juvenile, it absolutely is. And dang, this T-Rex is looking smaller than, say, Rexy. Still pretty big, but I think within the range of actually hunting people.
Right, because so for my thing is like, so the idea is that like that Rexianum is probably gone now because it's been over 30 something plus years since it was created. It's long since lived past. Yeah, it's long since lived past its birth date of like, how long we're supposed to expect it to live. Then we found out that the Buck and Doe is still alive as well at the end of the Dominion, which are now probably also dead because they were created at the same time. Now, if this thing here was made at the same time, even earlier somehow than that, if this facility was abandoned, that only leads me to think it's like, well, then this Rex must somehow be even older than bloody Rexy. Because if it's lost, this one here, this Rex here, apparently it must be even older than our Rexy, because if this place was abandoned before Site B and everything was even established, that means that this Rex should be older than Rexy herself, because if this place was created and left behind.
There could be two other, they could also just go the Buck and Doe route where there's two other T-Rexes on the island, maybe without the like growth gene in it that makes it grow up faster, and they had a child and this is just whatever juvenile.
Yeah, potentially. Because, the thing is about the idea about the juvenile is that obviously it looks far different from this. A juvenile is about a little bit taller than like a person, whereas this thing is obviously fully grown, massive jaws.
It's obviously very big, but it seems smaller than like a full grown. Like,
to be fair, and to be fair, what do I know? Apparently, the T-Rex in bloody JP3 that got its mech snap was apparently a bloody juvenile. Not a juvenile, sub-adult or something. I mean, I was just like, it just looks like a normal T-Rex to me.
Nah, don't.
Who knows? Yeah. You say don't, and yet we have it in the thing. And bro, this is just a shot straight out of Alien. That's literally a shot just out of the movie Alien.
Okay. So this is what I've heard about this.
All right, tell me what you think.
This is it as like a juvenile.
Right.
This is it as like a child.
Right.
So maybe there's stuff in there, or maybe whatever weird mutation it has makes it where maybe it has BS crocodile genes and it doesn't need to eat for like a year.
That could be a fair point. Yeah, it doesn't need to eat more than like twice a year or whatever.
And so it's just been locked away in there.
Yeah, inside this room. It must be, right?
Growing until it got big enough to break out.
Right. Because here's the thing, right? Like, again, if this thing was created...
That's why they abandoned the place, but...
Right, because if this thing was created like 30 years ago, bro, there'd be nothing left on the island, including itself. There's just no way. Because what happened to the Indominus? As soon as the Indominus was created, like the day of, it ran out and it killed something like 80 animals, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah. This thing... It also just looks horrifying.
Oh, it does. It's abomination. It's a freak. It technically shouldn't be in Jurassic Park, but honestly, if they can pull it off, I mean,
You want to talk about theme park monsters?
Yeah, bro, that's not even a theme park monster, bro. That's an abhorrent bloody mismatched franchise. Bloody, you're in the wrong franchise, bro. You want down the hall. They're filming Alien Romulus down the hall. Oh,
the river. This is not the same movie.
They're doing this. They're doing the river cruise, right? So that'll be the dad there as well, and he'll be I reckon what's happened is the dad's gotten the boat out of the river, and the Rex has knocked them off the boat. So now they're swimming under the rapids to try to get away from the Rex, which looks so cool. Again, by the way,
a different or the same T-Rex chasing them.
Oh, it's the exact same T-Rex, bro. There's not. I reckon there's only going to be one on the island. There's only going to be a single Rex on this island.
One, maybe like a dead one to show like the Midas.
I reckon it's literally only going to be in that scene there. It's only going to be in the river cruise scene. It's not going to show up later and save them from the T-Rex or whatever. It's only going to be there. Same with the Spinos. Yeah, you like that?
I'm thinking. Okay, weird thought. They go the same kind of thing with Dominion with the Giga, but the like D-Rex actually kills the T-Rex.
Oh, because I mean,
we know that actually have the Spinos like show up.
So like we know that would definitely never upset a fan base.
I'm just saying they just introduce a random T-Rex for like 2 scenes, and then they're like,
2 scenes, and then that's it.
Up later, and then it gets like killed off, and then you have like Spinos come and save the day, you're like, whoa, okay. This
I've seen the theory about the Spinos. Like they're gonna have like 3 Spinos come out and attack the D-Rex, but like that seems more logical to me than having the T-Rex show up at all again. Like it should be just that one scene, I guarantee.
Who knows? They'll probably have it in there more for.
Well, the thing is, bro, I think they've learnt their lesson from not having the T-Rex no longer be the main center character hero or whatever it is now. Like, and besides, this is not just a different T-Rex as well. So it's like it makes more sense to not do it. Yeah, it's a different one.
The 7.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering originally. I was like, is this the missing 7th one? And I'm like, it could be, but also not really, because they cloned those on Site B, and this is not Site B. It's different.
What do we have? Rexy, Little, Big Edie, Buck Doe, Junior, and then the one that gets its neck snapped.
Well, apparently, remember, Little Edie was Big Edie's daughter, so they had that one organically. Like, that one wasn't one of the original 7.
That's true.
So, yeah, who knows?
Maybe Junior was one of the original 7, maybe.
Well, Rexy is one of those original 7. She was moved to Nublar.
Absolutely. She was the head attraction and all that.
Yeah, of course. So who knows what happened to the rest of them at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. We got some quick stuff to talk about here. So what a shot to begin with.
What is your take on the new Spinosaurus design?
I think that obviously I've been a Spino boy my whole life, but I'm not like hooked on one single design. I think that the fact that they have these paleontological accurate Spinosaurs is what people have been asking for, and now that they have them, they apparently don't like them, and I'm like, that's your problem. You asked for this. Yeah. Just take what you get. Yep.
So they got the rippled spine.
They got the accurate spine, and they got the tails as well for swimming.
Starting to come in with the tail. There's 3 of them swimming with the mosasaur. I don't know why they would be symbiotic with the mosasaur.
I can actually answer that for you. So what people have described this as like the behavior of hyenas and lions in Africa right now. So the lions obviously hang back and let the hyenas do all the dirty work and stuff, killing the prey and stuff. And then the lions, aka the mosasaurus, jumps in and takes over the food as soon as they've killed it. So that is why these you see working here. So Spinosaurus, we thought were going to be, the apex predators. They're not here. They're essentially the hyenas here compared to the Mosasaurus. Which again, then the Mosasaurus makes me wonder. I was like, where the hell has this thing been? All bloody every movie ever existed. Like, has it just been hanging around the shores of this one island? Like, where?
Maybe there's some kind of chain in the water, or electric fence, or probably not electric in the water.
I don't know about that.
Also, it is smaller.
Yeah.
It's like significantly smaller. So maybe this one is like a shallow water mosasaur.
Well, not only that, but like it's not like of the osteoderm like outside crocodile look of the other one. It's a much more smoother design. I mean, if they just called it a Tylosaurus or any other sort of thing out there, I don't really know my mosasaurs off by heart, but yeah, if they just called it something else, I'd be cool with that. I'm like, sure, that still makes no sense as to how it's been here this whole time, but yeah, it's something different.
So we got 3 Spinosaurus
circling like hyenas.
Look at them.
There's the tail there, as you've seen.
Yeah, look at that.
It's so cool. Like, I love it. It looks so good.
There they are. There's.
That's gnarly. And big, thick, chunky boys.
Yeah, look at that.
And so
it's even got kind of like an orca patterning to it.
Yeah, it does. It's a much more smooth creature. And
since this is a research lab, maybe this is a mosasaurus with like orca genes and something else in it.
Well, if you look at it, it looks like older and more shriveled up than the other main mosasaurus. So for me, it's like, because remember, they made the other mosasaurus in 2004, I believe it was, or 2005 or something like that. And through like whatever it was, like carbon extraction methods or whatever it is, like that's apparently it was the only way you could like reconstitute an aquatic animal. But apparently this thing has just been here since the 90s. So how the hell has this thing been here? I don't understand. I mean, I'm cool. I'm like, you know what they've done? They've essentially given us an entire another JP3 InGen's list. They've literally of the mystery of InGen's list as to where it all came from and when was it created.
Yeah.
People were like, man, I hope we don't get another one of those. Well, here it is.
Yeah, we kind of did just get another one.
Yeah, literally, because like they're just like, oh, we don't know, bro. It was never reported. It's like, like I'm so excited for it, beyond belief in it than what I can describe.
Absolutely, just
But
being able to
my
actually,
gosh,
because when was Dominion released?
2022. If I recall correctly. He's like, I don't care. Look it up.
That's exactly. Yeah, June 10th, 2022. Got you there. So I would have had my podcast by then, but I guess I didn't make anything talking about it.
Yeah, but I guess now you got this.
This is the first like Jurassic World movie, because I guess we've done Chaos Theory and Camp Cretaceous and all that and dealt with all that. But this is the first movie that like I don't want to say I've interacted with, because I've talked about all the other ones.
Well, it is. It's your first unique experience with a Jurassic World movie, bro. Because here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I still remember going to the cinemas in 2015, bro, seeing Jurassic World for the first time and thinking that this is my Jurassic movie now. Like whether or not people like it or not, the first 3 movies, they came out before I was born, bro. Yeah, so for me, it was my experience to the cinemas that people always used to talk about with the first trilogy. So that's what this is for you now. This is the one that you get to cover, and that's what's so special about it.
This is. I'll always remember going to like my grandma's house, and she had this TV outside, and we'd watch the first, second, and third one. Me, my brother, and my cousin, and we just watch them all back to back, and always talk about them and yada yada yada. And it's just been, but like I remember watching Jurassic World. I remember watching
Fallen Kingdom,
Dominion. But this is the first one that I've actually talked about the trailer and covered. And of course you have wow, okay. You have Chaos Theory and Camp Cretaceous, but
which are special definitely in their own rights. But this is the first blockbuster media film. This is the first, like I said, it's the first big blockbuster one.
And I can't wait till July.
2nd of July, baby.
2nd of July. We got to get back on here. We got to drag Dan and Anson into it. We got to get the whole gang in on it, man.
It should be fun. Should very much be fun. And if you can't get them, bro, I'm sure you'll be able to find other people by then.
This is just, I'm so excited for this. I'm hoping that it doesn't let down.
Oh, look, I certainly don't believe it will. I think it's already bought itself enough goodwill on the fact that people have been told that it's the creator, one of the original writers of the first film, and Gareth Edwards. I think if it was anyone else at this point, everyone would probably be already like dismissing this and be like, nah, it's no good. But I think it's definitely won itself enough goodwill back that people are at least definitely going to go see it and be interested in it enough.
It looks really good.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of the big content creators as well, bro, here on YouTube, I've looked at, like, they seem genuinely far more excited for this.
Swerve, I've seen their thing on it. Yeah, I'm not going to feel their content react to them reacting. I'm not that desperate.
No, he's got more things to do, and he's very late for this boy.
Don't worry. I got some crazy episodes. Utah Raptor versus Bear. What?
I didn't say nothing.
You said that? But
not me. He says. Still going.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
No.
What's the dino tracker doing? Yeah.
Still just going.
I kind of almost want to just leave it up overnight just to see what happens.
Yeah, just see what happens. See if it actually loads.
But
that's
wild.
I
don't use this computer anymore, so I mean, maybe I can. I can just leave it open in my dorm and see what happens. But
that's
like,
funny.
I'm just gonna leave that open on the side.
As far as final thoughts go, bro, as I say, I'm still very. I don't know. I'm very hyped for this thing, right? And like I was always gonna be, but the two things I'm looking forward to most is, like, as far as human characters go, it's Dr. Henry Loomis. I'm here for, and I want to see those Titanosaurs. Those for me are going to be two of my favorite things.
Somehow, I feel the Titanosaurs are only going to be in 2 scenes, and I'm praying to, and I'm really hoping that whoever's creating this movie is watching. I pray you somehow fit them in to save the day or some crazy aspect.
Could you imagine? You want to talk about Aspel? The only Aspel I think would ever be written wise, like, accepted, as if the big 3 dinosaurs somehow come back at the end of bloody hell. So the Titanosaurus swings around, smacks it, and then the Quetzalcoatlus knocks it off of a cliff, and like knocks the D-Rex off, and then the Mosasaurus drowns it. Like the big three that they're there to get the DNA from. Could you imagine
Honestly,
that? Fuck no.
It would be okay. Complete speculation here. The 3 Spinosaurus come back and it's able to kill them. And it's like, oh my god, this thing just killed 3 Spinosaurus back to back to back to back. And then it's like they run into the Titanosaurus and it's just like whack, and it just takes its head off, and it's like,
That'd be crazy.
Or something crazy like that. Like, I'm just hoping that they do something other than just have them. I want them to do something. I want them to have more. Like,
nah, Chief, it's gonna be one bloody scene per animal, bro. It's gonna be one scene per bloody dino, bro. That's how they go. That's how they roll, man. They've learned their lessons.
Flawless will put up a fight. I'm expecting at least like a good maybe 15 minutes for the Titanosaurs. I'm expecting them to put up the least resilience and to be the ones where they're like, oh, this is kind of peaceful.
It's like a muzzy bite on
and
my
then
neck.
It like I'm hoping that they play the Brachiosaurus in the first movie kind of role where it's like they're more dangerous.
Oh, I reckon they got to have those whipping tails do something, bro. I reckon it's literally they're going to jab. I said it already, but they're going to jab them and then they're going to whip, and then half of the grass is going to get cut down to the ground, bro. I guarantee that's what's going to be.
I'm hoping for something like that. Because
Definitely.
they're really focusing in on the tail. Because they released that teaser, that like 3-second teaser.
Definitely. Oh, well, as I say, Chief, thank you so much, though, for having me here. And have you got any final thoughts yourself?
I mean, I'm excited for the movie. I'm excited for, I guess, January 2nd, you said?
July 2nd, yep.
July 2nd, not January. God,
thought it would have been nice.
I wish.
I don't know. It'll be next year, then.
We'll be resting it. I'm in it this year, but it'll already be out, and I have to deal with that. But I'm hoping that whenever it comes out, I can get you and Dan and Anson back on the show. We can talk about it. Hopefully not spoil it. Strike while
well, you can definitely count on me, boyo.
I'm just so excited for it.
Same.
But if you have any final last thoughts?
As I say, bro, just Loomis and the bloody Titanosaur, bro. That's my new exciting thing that I'm coming for this film to see, bro. I want to see his interactions with everything, and I want to see that thing.
I'm just so excited to see dinosaurs that we've seen before, but in new skins, and then just having all the new things. I'm really hoping that maybe not Triceratops. I know it's unrealistic, but Styracosaurus, come on.
Styracosaurus would be sick as, but no, they're definitely not going to have anything like that.
Bro.
They would have confirmed it on the dino listing by now.
But I'm sure they'll have whatever meaningless Hadrosaur scene and meaningless Ceratopsian scene in the background for whatever footage to show peace for a section.
Maybe, we don't know at this point, because so far all they've confirmed is that the Triceratops skull in the museum is the only thing we're going to see so far. We don't think there's going to be any other Ceratopsids so far.
I'm so excited for this movie, and like you said, it's the first movie that I get that I'm going to cover, and I'm hoping that Jurassic World doesn't let down, so that maybe there's another one.
Not this time, bro. We're getting a whole trilogy out of this one way or another. So we got another 9-year commitment, bro. The craziest shit is by the time the third one comes out, I very well might be taking my future child to go and see it, bro. It's crazy to think about. That's scary. It's a scary thought.
Next
it's a long way off.
In college, I might be a real paleontologist.
That's right, bro. Next one, technically 3 years down the line, it'll be 2028.
Okay, I might be stretching that then. Well, no. That's supposed to be my expected graduation year. Wow. That's a thought. That's there in my brain now.
As I say, though, thank you so much for having me on,
Absolutely. And it's always a pleasure to have you on, man. Dude.
Oh, of course, bro.
You are the one person I've interviewed the most on this channel.
I think I am. I think I basically own half the. I feel like I own half the channel rights of both of you and Dan.
At this point, you just call us up and we're just like,
we got stuff. We got my gang.
Yeah. And I hope everybody watching has a great afternoon, morning, evening, night. Definitely night for East Coast, but and remember, keep it prehistoric. Bye.
Bye.